Zimbabwean billionaire Ginimbi planned his own luxurious burial before he passed on. Genius Ginimbi and three of his friends who passed on the spot on Sunday morning after Rolls-Royce was involved in a head-on collision with a Honda Fit before veering off the road, crashing into trees and bursting into flames. On this video, I'm going to be giving you updates of what happened to the Honda that had a head-on collision with Genius Ginimbi car. And also video clips of them, partying together before they all passed on to the great beyond. We are also going to be watching a video clip of how Michelle narrated how she passed on, as God has shown her in a very clear vision of what was going to happen to her. Zimbabwean billionaire Ginimbi bought his own luxurious coffin. Genius Ginimbi is someone who had enjoyed a very luxurious life, the fancy lifestyle, wearing designers, living that life. He himself said in a tweet that life is just too short. So let me read it. He said, life is too short for bad vibes. It's like he knew that he was gonna, pass on to the great beyond early in life. Indeed, life is too short for Genius Ginimbi, just as he rightly said, because he left this earth at age 36. Meanwhile, life itself, they said, begins at 40, but he was able to enjoy life. Watch this video.
Oh guys, nice life problems. Look at my problems. Monday, Rolls-Royce rave. Hey, Tuesday, Bentley Continental. Wednesday, Ferrari 488. Ha. Thursday, hey, Rolls-Royce Ghost. Ha. Friday, Lamborghini Langongo. Yeah.
He made this video showing these car keys that they were his problems, and actually one of the car keys there, the first one, became his problem. The Rolls-Royce became the problem that ended his life. Just like I told you earlier, that Zimbabwean billionaire Ginimbi bought his own luxurious coffin a week to his tragic exit. That means he knew he was going to leave planet Earth in no time, and then he started planning his own luxurious burial. Alright guys, knowing that he bought his own coffin, like many people are like, oh my god, you were gonna pass on. Why did you have to carry, those people in your car? Why did you have to this, that? Maybe he didn't know. Maybe he was having the same feeling that Michelle had, seeing herself. For her to make a video and be crying, means that she knew something was gonna happen to her, but she didn't really know what it was gonna be. So him buying it, means maybe he had the feeling that he was gonna pass on, or maybe he knew, or maybe he's in a covenant somewhere, and then they've told him that I really can't say, because he will be in the best position to tell us why he actually started planning his own burial. But now he's no more, so I'm just gonna respect the death, and I won't say much about that. But he's someone who loves the fancy things of life, the good things of life, and he feel, oh, let me do this for myself, let me get this luxurious coffin and start planning for my own burial. Lucky Chikwanda, the alleged driver of the Honda Fit car that was crushed into by the late socialite Ginimbi, has been discharged from the hospital and narrated how the accident happened. Speaking on a phone interview, Lucky Chikwanda's nephew, Danford Ngazinre, who was the counselor for Harare West, spoke for him as his uncle was not available to talk to the media. According to Danford, the Zimbabwean businessman was driving at a top speed and trying to overtake before the cars collided and Ginimbi's Rolls-Royce caught fire. According to reports, Ginimbi jumped out of his car but couldn't make it afterwards as he passed on 5 minutes later. But 3 of his friends were trapped inside. The car collided with a tree and caught fire. He had already bought himself a luxurious cafe where he would love to be laid to rest. But unfortunately, this was the first place that his body was put. Maybe eventually later they will transfer him to the one he bought for himself. But when a man is normal, there's just little. You can't do much for yourself. You can't even do anything for yourself, even though he had prepared this royal one for himself. But look at the one that he was put into. Oh, it's a pity. Even the 3 others didn't even know this was going to happen. Him at least he had the time to plan his own burial, but them, no time at all. It's so sad. It's so sad that they had to pass on like this. Alright guys, so I want you to watch a video of Michelle, talking about the dream she had before she eventually passed on.
Something happens, like a switch turns off somewhere, and why am I crying? And all I'm left with is the darkness of my mind. But each time it seems like I sink deeper and deeper, and I'm scared, terrified that one day I won't make it back up. It feels like I'm gasping for air, screaming for help. But everyone just looks at me with confused faces.
Michelle Mona was engaged in October as she was set to get married in no time. Officially off the streets with a smiley MOG. Mimi, who was a video vixen and socialite in that video you just watched, narrated the scary dream she had on the previous night. She said she saw herself gasping for air and screaming for help, and people around her looking with confused faces. Mimi almost escaped, her tragic exit because she didn't even enter that car. She wasn't in the car. It was in the last minute. This was somebody, videoing her. She left where she was and then came into the car in the last minute where every other person was already seated and they were set to leave. Just that last minute, she entered that car. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is just so terrible. She wasn't there with them. It was just in the last minute. She left where she was and then joined them. This is the last minute video she made, while they were driving home inside the car, enjoying music, my baby, not knowing that she was gonna leave planet Earth in few minutes later. Oh my God, this is so sad. Alicia Adams is also one of the lady who passed on in the auto crash. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna allow you watch clips of the party, just as a young girl who go for an event, party, whatever occasion, you go, you video, and while you are still there, you want to update your fans, what's going on and all. So she did that, and then she posted even while they were going back. She also recorded and posted. So I'm just gonna allow you watch the clips. After watching, Alicia's updates of the party they went to, I'm also gonna be updating you of another guy who passed on too as a result of this auto crash. After that, I'll show you clips, of the scene, how it all happened, how people gathered in the morning. beautiful women, mothers, wives, entrepreneurs gone just like that. Oh my God, may God console your families. Like, it's not easy. May God console the whole Zimbabwe, as this is not easy, losing 4 celebrities, with just a blink. Oh my God, it's terrible. It's terrible, you guys. All right, guys, so the accident also claimed the life of Lumumba Karim, a fugitive wanted in Malawi over 32 million fraud, which has since been termed Cashgate and Alician from Mozambique. The Cashgate scandal, which has been described as one of the biggest financial scandals in Malawi history, took place in 2013. The Malawian state is alleged to have been defrauded of $32 million, almost 1% of its annual GDP, in just 6 months, as money was siphoned out of government coffers and resulted in donors who bankrolled the country's budget by up to 40%, pulling the plug on it. NASA Times reported that Karim faced money laundering charges related to the scandal involving $2.6 million before he escaped justice and went to South Africa after his bail was revoked in January 2017 and an arrest warrant was issued. He reportedly failed to show up in court, prompting his lawyers, Wopona Kaita, to renounce his representation. Karim is reportedly survived by 3 children, one in South Africa, a newborn in Mozambique.
Vira. Não, bem, sabe? Ana mocha. Que Ginimbi Genius. Olha, agora. Asa bamsoro. Bamsoro, não soro. Soro di bunda. Anak uyura pukul. Soro di bunda.
Name is Ginimbi. It's time to go out. Guys, gonna be going down. We are going to dreams in the next few minutes. It's gonna be going down there. We're going to pop champagne. It's gonna be champagne showers tonight. See you there. Driving Rolls-Royce Wraith.
This simply tells us that this life is vanity upon vanity. All is vanity. Thank you so much for watching. Stay beautiful. Bye.